Thomas the tank engine was sent down to Edward's Branchline to help deliver China clay. He'd never met the twins properly before. But before he arrived, he met Edward along the way. "Hello, Edward. How are things?" "Very well, Thomas. You're going to work at the quarry, right? Be careful with the twins. They're very mischievous." "Don't worry. I'll keep my cool." And Thomas puffed off. When Thomas made it to the China clay pits, Bill and Ben welcomed him. "Hello, Thomas. Welcome to the China clay pits." "Thank you, Bill." "Bill? I'm not Bill. I'm Ben." "But your nameplate says Bill. Surely you didn't forget your names, did you?" "I told you that wouldn't work. Shut up." Thomas just laughed as he moved on to work. Thomas was working hard. He shunted many trucks in the past, so he didn't have too much trouble shunting these. The twins couldn't understand. They were hot and bothered, but Thomas was calm and smiling. It wasn't long before the twins tried to play their tricks. "Stay under for a while, Thomas. Those trucks take some time to fill up." "No, they don't. We use the same ones on our branch line." "Look out! You're not aligned!" "Yes, I am. I was timing it." The twins tried their hardest to trick Thomas, but nothing seemed to work, and they were getting rather upset. Late at night, Thomas pulled into the shed with Edward and Boko. "Hello, Thomas. Can I assume the twins gave you trouble?" "Some. They are mischievous. If you need help with them, just let us know." "Thanks, Edward, but I don't think I'll need it," Thomas said, much to the other engine's surprise. "Are you sure? I nearly was driven mad when I first met them." "I can see why, but I know I used to drive the big engines mad when I first arrived. Perhaps I'm getting a taste of my own medicine." "Well, you're handling it very well, Thomas. You really have changed over the years," Edward stated as they fell to sleep one by one. The twins were very put off that their tricks weren't bothering Thomas, so they decided if they couldn't trick Thomas, they would do all the work at once so he wasn't needed anymore. Bill and Ben arranged an extra long train, one that the two of them would struggle to pull. Thomas noticed this and offered to help. "That's an awfully long train." "Yeah, we're doubling up to get the work done." "Well, if you'd like, I can give you two above her." "We don't want any help," snapped Ben. "We run this quarry, not you. Go be number one somewhere else." The twins grunted away, hauling the heavy train behind them, leaving Thomas feeling rather hurt. The twins were struggling as they pulled the heavy train to the harbor. They struggled and struggled until a coupling snapped behind them. The train was halted on a set of points, but the twins were more focused on arguing than anything. "Your coupling broke, you moron! Only 'cause you kept on dragging me! Did not! Did to! Did not! Did..." But they quickly stopped their squabble in horror as they heard Boko coming from afar. He was pulling a passenger train. The twins pushed frantically, trying to move the heavy train. They struggled and struggled to no avail. Thomas was passing by on his way to the docks when he saw the twins trying to move the trucks. "Thomas, help us!" Thomas was reluctant at first until he heard Boko's horn and saw him coming. "Oh, glory! Get out of my way!" Thomas acted quickly, barging into the twins, just managing to push them out of the way. With the near miss behind them, Thomas helped the twins deliver their train to the docks. Once they arrived, their manager was already there to scold them. "You two just can't help but get into trouble. Not only have you caused confusion and delay, but you nearly caused a catastrophe. You will return to the pits at once. Your trains will be taken by the others, whilst you two stay for the rest of the week." The twins didn't have the steam to say anything. Later that day, Thomas returned to take another train of clay before the twins got his attention.
We're very sorry for being rude, Thomas. Yeah, you were just trying to help us after all.
That's alright, you two. I used to be just like you. I used to tease the bigger engines at the big station until I kept getting into trouble. I've learned to smarten up, and now I don't get into as much trouble. Maybe you two should try the same, Thomas advised. And the twins were left with a lot to think about.